What's up, Triple V fam and jewelry lovers? Today we're going to be going over some jewelry markings from anything from gold all the way to your common brooches. Again, different names, brands, what they're marked. We're going to be going over those today. So catch you over at the computer and let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so we are going to be going through some of the jewelry markings that you may come across, especially when it comes to jewelry unboxings and everything else like that. So we're actually going to be starting with gold. Now 24 karat I didn't have on the list because I couldn't find one marked 999. So 24 karat would be 999. The one that I do have pulled up though next is 18 karat. As you can see here, this is an 18 karat gold brooch, and it's marked 750. It also does have a maker's mark, but again, that's 750. If you do find that on a piece of jewelry, of course with the test, definitely check to make sure that it's 18 karat. Alrighty, and as far as the 18 karat, next we have 14 karat. This is marked both 585 and 14 karat. But again, if you find that 585, typically like Italy, stuff like that, it's going to be 14 karat. So again, 585, 14 karat. Definitely a good one to know. Up next, we have 10 karat. I also couldn't find one, but another marking for 10 karat would be 417. Older brooches, again, European, sometimes do have the 417 marking. So again, 417, 10 karat. Definitely good ones to know because again, if you're just getting started, you may think that they're just random numbers. Of course, if you look into it, you might find it. But those are the big gold ones. Sterling silver was going to be up next. So again, sterling silver is going to be 925. If you see it marked 925, definitely check it. Again, test for sterling. As you can see in this piece, marked 925. Pretty easy mark. The only other one that you should check for is 800. This typically is your vintage but more antique brooches. More of a filigree. This one's actually, I think it's like a fleur-de-lis. It is, but a thicker brooch. More so than often, you're going to find it like a filigree style. But again, marked 800, that is another form of silver, lesser than sterling though. So again, definitely check out for those 800 markings. All right, moving in to some of the signatures that may not be signed like this one is going to be signer. Signer brooches, unless they're marked signer, can also be signed with just those circular marks in the back. Typically the older ones, but again, signer did use the markings on the back, those little circular designs, to sign their brooches. So that is signer. Another big one, a common brooch, is going to be 1928. 1928 has a series of, I would just say, floral markings all the way through. There are some, I don't know what the exact word. So there are also brooches that have a floral design like this that aren't 1928. But as you can see that they kind of turned into like a floral leaf, that's going to be your 1928. If they're more spaced out, typically it's not an actual 1928. So that's going to be your 1928 marking right there, is those floral design on the back. Brighton up next. So along with that cursive B, you could also find a lot of the times just hearts on the back, lockets, necklaces, bracelets, that heart design on the back. And with the B just kind of confirms it. So again, cursive B with the heart markings, that is going to be your Brighton jewelry. And again, typically silver tone, as Brighton does. There it is, a little bit zoomed out, so you can see that heart design all the way on the back. That's going to be Brighton. Another common one, cloisonne brooches. As you can see, super cute little piggy there. So again, cloisonne is going to be this marking right here, which is Fish Enterprises. It's like a turn W, squiggly. I think it's supposed to be a serpent. Again, that is Fish Enterprises for cloisonne. Definitely a hard one to find, especially if you're trying to look it up, like squiggly line, sideways M, sideways W. I know I've definitely spent a lot of time in the beginning looking this markup specifically. Again, Fish Enterprises for cloisonne brooches. All right, up next we have Sea Gems. This one, Celtic. Some more cloisonne, triple hash marks. You're going to see a lot of cloisonne brooches has hash marks on the back. Each one of them means something else. But today we just stuck with the two, which was the Fish Enterprises and then this one, the Sea Gems. And again, it's marked right on the back. That's going to be your cloisonne as well. Alrighty, getting into some nice names, we have Swarovski. So Swarovski is going to be signed with this super cute little swan. That actually, let's see if we have a better signature. There we go. That's the right side up. So again, you have Swarovski. It is signed with a little stamped swan. So pretty easy to identify as long as it isn't worn. But again, Swarovski, swan. Just, you know, the S's, Swarovski, swan. There is also another marking for Swarovski, though, which is going to be SAL. Just as common, I feel like. Some of the older pieces are more known for the SAL mark. But again, that is just another signature for Swarovski. I figured that was a good one to throw in there as well. All right. So now we have Sarah Coventry, Sarah Cove. This one specifically is SAC. That is another form of signature from Sarah Cove. So again, you got Sarah Cove, you got Sarah Coventry, you have Sarah Coventry Canada, SAC. I think that's pretty much, just some of them are marked Sarah. So there's a couple different signatures for her. This one, obviously, with it just being the 3 letters, I figured I'd throw it in there. So again, SAC is going to be Sarah Coventry. Alrighty, KJL. So that's going to be Kenneth J. Lane. Kenneth J. Lane, I know there's KJL for Avon, a whole bunch of different assortments of other brands that he did work for. But again, KJL is going to be Kenneth J. Lane. And as you can see, this one's a starfish. Such an amazing piece. But again, KJL stands for Kenneth J. Lane. All right, what else do we have here? All right, so this one is signed Dane Craft. The reason why I threw this in here is because Dane Craft does also have the tendency to just sign with that cursive D in the front. So again, if you see a brooch got the cursive D with the swirlies, that is also just going to be Dane Craft. But again, searching up D flower brooch, it could give you a whole long list of different things. Again, if it's got that swirly cursive D, that's going to be Dane Craft. All right, up next we have E. So if you do find a brooch marked E, well, you stumbled on some absolutely gorgeous pieces. This E stands for Eisenberg. You got Eisenberg Original, Eisenberg Ice. So again, the E is for Eisenberg. It's not only marked, I do believe, on the earrings as well, but there's that E signature. They call it the Big E. So again, the Big E for Eisenberg is right there. So again, definitely one to be familiar with. You don't want to pass up that signature. All right. Another nice one to know. Again, this one is signed Givenchy, but it also has the G logos. So the double G's, good to know, because sometimes that's all that it's marked. It doesn't always say Givenchy on it. You'll see the double G's, pretty easy to recognize once you see it. So again, that's Givenchy. Definitely a good one to keep an eye out for. All right, couple more here, guys. And again, this is just a pretty basic, just some of the beginner ones that I had felt like in the beginning of searching, it would have been really nice to just know. So hopefully this video is informative enough to, give you an idea what some of these are. All right, so up next we have Karl Lagerfeld. It is signed with a cursive K and L. But it looks like that, so it's super hard. You don't really see the K. And then you got like LR, Lady Remington, which is another one that I probably could have put in here, but I didn't. But again, so it's got the cursive A or cursive K with the L. That's going to be Karl Lagerfeld. These brooches do pretty good. So again, another one that you want to familiarize. I don't know why that sounds so weird coming out of my mouth, but again, K cursive K and L, Karl Lagerfeld. Alrighty, up next we have W. I'm probably going to mispronounce this name, but again, square box with the W in there is Wingeroff. So again, square box, W on the inside is Wingeroff. Again, not too bad of a Brooch brand. And again, searching W is going to come up with a bunch of different stuff. So again, if you see this one, that's a Wingeroff Brooch. All right, one more. And again, we will probably do maybe a couple series of this moving forward. But again, just a couple of different identifiers. Last one we're going to do is SI, which is going to be Smithsonian Institute. You know how many times I've looked at this brooch upside down and was like, is I-S what? So again, it is Smithsonian Institute SI. These brooches also do really well as well. So again, you're going to want to know it. And there it is. Just a simple SI on the back, Smithsonian Institute. Again, another good one to know. All right, so that is it for today. Again, I hope this video was informational. Comment if you liked it, or if you'd like us to do more specific brands. Again, if you want us to do just Trifari signatures, there are so many for each individual jewelry maker. So again, any ideas, drop them in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. And again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one.